What's up, everyone? Silas back again. And tonight I'm going to be talking with y'all about healthy habits versus unhealthy habits. I know I already went over habits and routine in one other video, but I was kind of vague on it. So tonight or this evening, I'm going to break down more specifically what healthy habits I try to focus on and what unhealthy habits I try to avoid to keep myself in the right mind state, to keep myself functioning properly, avoiding depression, and having high amounts of energy so I can really kind of push myself to the next level and better myself every day. And just, every day is trying to take a step forward in the right direction, and that may not be anything towards anything specific, I guess, but it's just trying to improve every day, in one way or another, to become a better person, to, be more positive. So here we go. So what are some healthy habits? Drinking lots of water, the first one. Exercise, breathing exercises, having a set sleep schedule, cooking your own food / grocery shopping, keeping an eye on the foods we put into our body, avoiding sugary and fatty foods, stretching and yoga, meditation, grounding, spending time in nature, cold showers, abstinence, taking vitamins and supplements, reading, writing, drawing, going for walks or runs, self-reflection, taking time to think, brainstorming, using and fueling inspiration. That's a big one, I think, because inspiration comes and it goes. It dries up quick. So use your inspiration when you have it and kind of use it as a grounder to accelerate towards your goals. Spending time with loved ones, praying, fasting, focused studies, nutrition tracking, setting boundaries, and making your bed every morning. Making your bed every morning is one of my favorites as well, because it's the first thing that I do in the day, and it gives me a sense of accomplishment. And when you have that sense of accomplishment first thing in the morning, it makes it a lot easier to kind of give yourself a boost to keep going the rest of the day, to keep pushing, to keep achieving and keep working towards something. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a dramatic improvement, but it needs to, in my opinion, we should be working towards improving every day. In one way or another, it should be moving forward every day and not taking steps back. Because taking steps back is kind of just reversing our progress that we have worked hard to create, at least in my opinion. Everyone has a right to live their life as they see fit. So I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live their life, because I don't really give a damn what you do. If you want to be unhealthy, be unhealthy. That's not up to me. But anyways, bad habits. Staying up late, spending too much time in front of a screen, drinking, obviously, smoking, obviously. I'm, a little guilty of that myself. Not gonna say that I'm an angel, because I'm not an angel. I'm not perfect. I have my vices as well, just as every other person on this planet. Everyone is weak. We are, we're naturally born to be weak creatures. Driving fast, eating processed and fast foods, focusing on negatives. So, that kind of goes with the territory. Focusing on negative things will just kind of put you in a negative mind state if you're always thinking about the bad of something. Drinking sugary drinks, that goes with, eating processed and fast foods. Creating unnecessary chaos. If you create unnecessary chaos in your life, it will bring you more trouble than it will good. And oftentimes this can be immediate, or this can be a 6-month-long process where you can have long-term detrimental effects if you create chaos for yourself every day. And the last one, having spite towards others. Spiteful energy is very negative. Energy, in my opinion, at least from what I understand, too, from the research that I've done, energy can't really be destroyed. So any energy that you are putting out into the universe, it is flowing through you. So if it's negative energy, that energy will come back to you. And in a karmic way, more often than not. So if you have negative energy towards someone, it'll come back and it'll bite you in the ass, for better or for worse. Anyways, all that energy talk is besides the point. I guess what I'm really trying to say is that we should, be careful on the habits that we're forming and making sure that we're forming healthy habits every day, or at least working to form healthy habits. Because when you have negative habits, they do compile side effects. If you're eating unhealthy food every single day, you're gonna see a gain in weight. You're gonna see, you're gonna feel crappy. And, there's people can yell at me about that as much as they want. People can get angry, but it's just kind of the fact of the matter. And so, when you're putting your health at risk, you're putting your mental health at risk too. So it's very important that we, are avoiding these habits that will have long-term negative effects. And we're putting positive habits into our life that will have good long-term positive effects. Work on yourself every day, and don't be afraid to say no to things that you know aren't good for you. Because you don't have to participate in it. You don't have to say yes. Just because everyone else says yes doesn't mean you should too. Just because it feels good and everyone else is doing it doesn't mean it's good for them. It doesn't mean, it's good for their brain. Just because society tells you that it's good doesn't mean it's actually good. Like, following the crowd oftentimes will lead to detriment and negative impacts on your own life, at least from what I've found. So, I lived in a pleasure-seeking mind state with negative habits for years. It's not like this transformation was instant for me. So I guess that's all I really got to say about it. Watch your habits. Make sure that they're good ones. Watch what you're doing every day. Because sometimes we don't even realize the long-term negative effects that we're having in our life or on our mental health. The things that we do, we just kind of do it out of habit. We do the same thing every day. We get used to it. We get into a humdrum mode and we start to form these habits that we think are good, but really aren't at all. So I guess that's all I really got to say about it. I love y'all. Take it easy. Have a good night.